Hey, third graders, welcome back to Science. Today is Wednesday, June 10th. This is lesson 2 of Science this week. Let's have a quick flashback on what we did on Monday. So Monday, we reviewed the different sizes of animal groups and why they differ between animal species. You should have also started to understand what group behaviors are. We will continue to learn about group behaviors and how different animals have different group behaviors. So here's our target. I can explain that animals form groups to defend themselves. So why do animals form groups? One of the main reasons animals form groups is to defend themselves. When there are more individuals in the group, there are more pairs of eyes to look out for danger. This is a picture of meerkats. You can see that they're looking out for danger as a group. So here's a little more on group behavior. Animal behavior can be defined as an animal's reaction to other animals or to its environment. This could range from a dog barking when the doorbell rings, to a person making a sandwich because they are hungry, and to a bear hibernating through the winter. In discussing group behavior in animals, groups could range from just 2 individuals to hundreds, thousands, or even millions, like we saw with the wildebeest. So let's talk a little bit about meerkats. Meerkats are the animals I showed you in the picture before. Meerkats stand up to look around for predators, mainly big birds, that might attack the group. Meerkats, which live in the African savanna, have lightly colored fur to blend in with the sand. They dig burrows with many different rooms, entry points, and exits so they can escape and hide from predators. So burrows are holes in the ground where the meerkats live as a big group. All the members of the group also help take care of the babies. So why do animals form groups? We'll continue to answer this question throughout this video. Another reason animals form groups is to gather food. So we know that animals form groups to protect themselves and to gather food. Here's a picture of a honeybee gathering food from a flower. We'll continue to talk about honeybees on the next slide. Honeybees are very organized. Worker bees are the most plentiful bees in a colony. So a group of bees is called a colony. One of their jobs is to supply the colony with food by collecting nectar from plants, as you could see in the picture before. Worker bees communicate with each other by doing a waggle dance to direct other members of their hive to flowers. You can sometimes see that in real videos. You can see a bee on a flower and waggling around to try to get other bees to come to that flower and help them bring the nectar to the hive. When they return to the hive, worker bees share food with other bees and feed the bee larvae, so that's their babies. Without working as a group, they could not build such an awesome home, so like a beehive. This is a picture of Flamingos. Why do animals form groups? Like I said, we're going to continue to answer this question today. So we said to defend themselves, to share food, and when animals live together to share food, it is much easier for individuals to find a mate. So we talked about this during our life cycle unit, where to continue a life cycle of an animal, they have to find a mate and reproduce. So flamingos. Colonies of flamingos can range in size from 50 to thousands of members. They typically form groups because they share the same food source, which consists of algae and shrimp. One of the benefits of living together is that they do not need to travel far to find mates. So living in such a big group of 50 to thousands, they already have a lot of options for their mate. This helps them survive because if they had to travel far, they could get eaten. Let's answer a few questions. How do you think humans work together? Go ahead and pause the video and think about this question. Maybe you can jot down your answer to really show what you know about how humans work together. Humans huddle in groups for warmth. They work together to build homes and rescue other people in danger. Humans even practice group behavior similar to geese by riding bicycles behind one another to lessen wind resistance. We saw how geese fly in the air in a V shape. That was due to lessening wind resistance. So let's watch a video of some of this group behavior in action.
And today we're going to explore the science of animal group behavior. We're here with meerkats talking about animal group behavior. Kelly's an expert on them. Kelly, I see one of them standing up like this. What are they doing?
Well, that's exhibiting probably the most popular, well-known meerkat behavior, and that's called a sentry. That job for right now is looking around to make sure there aren't any predators coming down. And one of their major predators is birds of prey.
So the zoologist said that the meerkat is looking around, and the one that's standing up tall is called a sentry. Its job is to look out for predators to keep the entire meerkat group safe.
Looking up and around. How do they work together as a group when babies are born? There's an alpha male and female that give birth to up to 8 pups, but usually there's only about 3 or 4. They stay in the burrow for about 3 weeks, but everybody, father, sibling, everybody helps take care of them.
Thanks, Kelly. That was great. Here we have a big group of over 100 flamingos. It's called a flock. The flamingos display some very interesting group behavior. Tell us more is Bethany. How come they form groups, Bethany?
With the Caribbean flamingos, it's safety in numbers, but also they form flocks because they have very specialized needs from their environment. Like their food is very specialized, but it's also to protect the flock from alligators and crocodiles and other predators.
Hey kids, you want to watch this whole episode?
So you can see in this video that the reason why animals group together is to make sure that their group is safe. And you could see that it was easier for them to also find a mate and reproduce and still be safe as well. So we learned a lot throughout this video in why group behavior and why animals form groups. So you should be able to easily answer some questions on your Nearpod assignment. And we got to see some great examples today. So let's review our target. I can explain that animals form groups to defend themselves. So you should be able to explain why they defend themselves and how being in a group is helpful for all group members. So now it is your turn. You're going to go ahead and answer the Nearpod assignment and make sure you do every activity. If you don't complete all of the activities, I'll have to go back and make sure that you're doing that. You'll get a comment and it'll say, please make sure you're answering all parts of the Nearpod assignment. Please try your best on these assignments, and I'm excited to see what you've learned about group behavior. All right, friends, I'll see you tomorrow for our Thursday lesson.